Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What are you doing? What is this?
I gave a thought. I'm still going to hold the promise of nothing, but I am yeah.
Okay.
Does that answer your question a little bit?
Flash 145.
Which question?
The numbers?
I haven't looked at them yet. No.
I put them in my notebook backwards, but the point still stands.
Okay. It's Oh, thank you.
I haven't even told Matt, and it's not that I'm keeping it from him. I wanted to not to say ball in your court with it, but I wanted you to maybe have an opportunity to speak with him about what maybe you told me. Not that I have anything to hide or anything to tell him necessarily, but I know he's trying to steer clear.
Yeah. But I need to talk to him before I do anything, but is he around?
Oh, well, you know, I was about to say, yeah, he's been around all day. He is, I guess, late for an appointment. So he had to go 42 right before he went on duty.
That's classic Dalt Road timing.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
When you see what is you know what? Do you want to see them now? And if so, I'll wait. Obviously, can't ask questions, but
my music stop.
Again, I don't want to. I'm not going to discuss.
I won't. I'll read them in a minute.
Okay. I don't want to bombard you as you just got on duty, but
yeah.
The day's been interesting to say the least. That's fine. Did you talk to Z about our stuff yesterday? Should I?
I talked to him a little bit, not in mass details. I said that you should probably
detail for him.
Okay. Full detail for Ziggy. Lol. Page 14. I feel as and I've repeated the same points over and over. I want to pivot topics. I wish to write about Isaac one last time. He told me many stories after we had managed to reconnect here in San Andreas. Even if we had a rather unsavory childhood, he managed to live a mostly decent life, at least by typical standards. No, we gotta do this. After we went our separate ways, he eventually managed to go to school and get his doctorate. Isaac was always the smarter, more careful out of us two. Not only that, but his interest in how the human body reacts to different ailments plagued his mind. During his time at school, and shortly thereafter, he met a woman he would later marry. They both had stable jobs and a stable place to live for years. She was kind to Isaac. She showed him what it meant to be valued, loved, cared for. This is what he told me, at least. The woman, who will name unnamed for the sake of her family, eventually fell sick No doctor nor Isaac could figure out what exactly was causing her to wither away. He spent months trying to figure out a way to help her. And now that thing was the cause of her suffering. When she passed, it was not too long after Isaac moved to San Andreas. He began his doctor work here, but this time the thirst inside him grew. It took a toll on his memory. It made him forget things about his late wife. Even with his new ailments, Isaac still tried to connect with the people around him. He grew close with lots of the medical staff that worked at Pillbox Medical, the hospital he worked at during this time. Not only that, but most of the city saw him as a staple in the medical community, unknowing of the sickness he would cause. It was during this time that he met a woman named Olivia Copper. They would spend countless hours together. They both cared for one another deeply, but never settled down on anything. Isaac knew at this point something was wrong with him. That if he grew too close to Olivia, she too would meet the same fate as his late wife. So instead, he turned to me and we began our work. The memory of what happens after that is tainted by that grotesque creature that puppeted Isaac's decaying body. I will not recount it here. Even after being tormented most of his life, he still tried to be kind. He deserved better than what he got in the end. I blame myself somewhat. He never got to have his last chat with Olivia. His soul vanished into the fog. Though he did get to live a stable life for a while. I'm glad of that. There'll be no afterlife for him. Not for souls that end up twisted creatures like us. There will be no afterlife for me. I remember watching him go. Being death, it was my burden to see him off. I have no memory of crying when I was living. I did then. Even if it was just one tear. I am on my way, Isaac. I am sorry for everything that happened to you. I'm glad you don't have to feel it anymore. Well,
Hey, bro, you sound happy.
what the hell?
No, I'm just chilling out.
Well,
I'm saving up for the
fuck.
collector's edition.
The hell? Bing. A random phone. What are you thinking? Exactly what DJ Sean said. It doesn't help Dark feeling sorry for Norman. It just makes it harder, dude. Fuck, Matt. Why you gotta squirrel brain your appointment? I really want to talk to him. I don't want to do this without talking to him
After like
first.
the third time of a 78's call, I was like, you know what, I'm just going off duty.
Yeah.
I can't do this. It's too much.
Yeah. I'm glad Flop gave that to us. Because, does Dark feel sorry for Isaac? It's difficult because it's kind of hard to, like, I don't think I truly understand the Isaac part here. Because it doesn't really understand why. I think I understand, like, so Isaac couldn't figure out what was happening to his wife. I know now that thing was the cause of her suffering, right? So the thing that was, so I'm assuming this is pestilence. But does that mean that pestilence was already like a part of Isaac at this point? Like, when did Isaac and pestilence like become a thing? This is like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to know. It's hard to have sympathy, but it's also hard to not have sympathy. Because by the looks of this, Isaac was already, like, in air quotes, possessed by this thing, puppeted by this thing when he came to San Andreas. So was he really in control of anything? At least according to Norman. How'd you get them? Flop gave them to us. Yeah, like it's interesting. Like, I wonder if we'll ever find out, like, how, like, for Norman, like, as far as we were aware, it's Norman chose to become death, right? Did Isaac choose to become pestilence, or was it just like an infection, right? We don't know. I don't think we'll ever find out. So, Dark's opinion, who do you think has most of the other pages? I mean, we know a journal. I'm gonna guess that journal is like Norman's original when he was alive, and then this is Norman's journal after, like, now. Like, this is Norman's good different people. So, like, who has the most pages? I don't know, because I'm still sticking, Dark and me, because I like this theory. I'm still sticking with, fully enough, might be giving the pages to people who he considers could be replacements for Death, like, or the Avatar. People, okay, who could Dark think he's given them to? Okay, Dark thinks, well, it's interesting because Dark got one. Is he surprised about that? Probably not, because do something stupid, so he would give it to him. Maybe as like part of the game. Yeah, Ree, you got it. Giving it to Flop. Like, I wonder if the people Norman, like, if pages to candidates, is he doing it in a serious way or not? Let's assume it's a serious way. Then if he's giving it to Dark and Flop, then I think Snow. I wonder. I think I'm crazy just because of the events that occurred before